Remember, what's up, y'all? It's Smooth, Miss Uncut, Melissa. It's Smooth, Miss Uncut. Join me on YouTube at Miss Uncut. Remember, you guys, you have to teach you. You have to teach. Trying to cross the damn street. You have to teach a competition is, okay? You can't just go off and thinking that the other person, like, that's how your kids what fucked up in the head, because when you don't tell them anything. So really understanding what the fuck is going on, and you're not explaining, they actually going to think that, you know, certain things that they do is okay, and they're like, yo, why are you judging me? Like, you do it, so why is that okay for them to fucking do it? Or as to say, like, oh, well, you know, you didn't warn me. I'm not doing it. Actually think this way, because when it comes down to kids, they go a little bit bonkers, a little bit wilder. Not wilder than, I don't want to say wilder than adults and shit like that, but sometimes it can be. Sometimes an adult's imagination is way wilder than a kid's imagination. Sometimes the kids know more than a fucking adult. Sometimes situation, right? So like, I've seen it so many times and times again, and it's like, it's crazy. Somebody will convince you, and like, I don't think that most kids could be convinced, because like the whole word of being unfair, you know what I'm saying? Like the whole word fair, you know, like, listen, like, oh, you cheated. Like, the first thing that you'll sit up there and you hear from a child is like, yo, so how can you hold me to that, right? But from an adult's perspective, for some reason, when it comes down to it, and when it comes down to games or what have you, and because I guess they feel like, you know, like they're bigger or whatever, and it's like, well, this is the, you know, like, this is the whole thing, and I got it in my head, and I'm not going to tell anybody. Well, it really can't be a competition. Like, I'm going to take you adults back to elementary school. It really can't be a competition now, can it be? If you don't have an actual competitor or a participant, how the fuck can it actually be a competition, right? So I don't want you to think that, you know, like, at any given time throughout the last eight years that all of this shit happened, 8 to 9 years that I was in competition with, because I wasn't. I don't know how could I be when I didn't even know what the prize was. I didn't know what the rules were. I didn't participate in the rules. I didn't participate and know what the actual game was. I didn't know if I didn't know if it was a walking game. I didn't know if it was a hand game. I didn't know if it was a card game. I didn't know if it was a bike game. I didn't know any of these things. You gotta really make it make sense for me, because I'm like, I just don't know. When a person wake up in the morning likely, they're probably going to, like, maybe they're just going to an appointment. Up in the morning, they just woke up early. Maybe when somebody woke up in the fucking morning to go have breakfast. Maybe when somebody just woke up in the morning and they gotta go take their ass to work or school, or they had to, like I said, they have to go to a doctor's, dentist, I don't know, they gotta see their attorney or something like that. But you damn sure can't tell one is that, you know, they lost a competition that they never actually played in. And it's crazy how you can sit up there, you can fucking finesse one of these fucking adults, and you get schooled by a fucking kid to see fucking a competition is great. Like, what a beautiful fucking, like, what a mind fuck. Like that's that's the craziest fucking mind fuck ever. All right. So am I a part of anybody's game? No, not likely. Especially if I don't fuck with the person. Especially if I like, let's really get down to the fucking nitty gritty of common sense and shit like that. Everything that everybody was supposed to know in the first place. Because for me, like I said before, I didn't know what the f was on. I don't have time. Don't have time to be thinking of anything that somebody that I don't even know, especially if I didn't know what the fuck they look like. I know I just get up and I pretty much handle my business on a daily basis. So whoever the fuck convinced you and said, this is exactly what's going on. And this is a real thing. For like the last 8 years. I wasn't anything. Crazy, right? I mean, everybody was just so much in their fucking head. Just ran with them, and it was just like, it gotta be like, I was like, wait a minute. What do you mean? What are you talking about? It's happened every single day, and I hope it's not happening now. Because I want those people to stay as far away as possible from me. I mean, whatever they got going on in their world up there, keep it far away from me up there. Can we? I would love that. I think that would help my lifestyle even more. Maybe it won't help the other person's, but I could care less about the other person's lifestyle. That is not going to work for me. Like, it's not. I mean, you can't really expect to win any a situation like that when you don't even know that it's actually going on. Really drive you mad, huh? Like, is it really a competition when you don't even know that it's actually going on, and your prize is, oh, if there was one. Like, make it make sense. Like people really kill me with the bullshit. I don't know what people actually think that I'm a part of, but I'm not a thing that I don't know nothing about. Okay? Like, the imagination is crazy. Fantasy world is, wow, it was a lot. That was it. That was wild as fuck. Talk to y'all about something on top of that, right? So Black Tiger. He's on Beagle right now. And right, I know that he's probably up some shit right now. Like for me right now, what I just went through, and I know he's still trying to run my life, and he's trying to get me into. I don't like one. If I was to do security, it would have to be like cyber security, right? He was trying to press me to go back into that, and because you know for some reason. Thanks, Hobby. Thank you for following me.
Hello, customers.
I'm following you back. I mean, if it let me, I don't fucking know. Like, that's just really... Okay, for whatever reason. Okay.
NYCC. Always, if you see something, say something. Thank you for riding with us.
Alright, cool.
Please exit through the rear door.
For me, it's like, here we go again with the bullshit. So y'all already know I'm this right? So, being that said, it's crazy. Now, I'm having right now, it's like, yo, this guy got on the bus yesterday, right? I already told that some shit went down, some shit happened, where, like, you know, company within, you know, like all of my certificates and my certifications and stuff like that. And things like that nature. So like I had a feeling like somebody was actually following me from the shelter. So I was just like, nah, I'm gonna just chill. Maybe I'm bugging out. You know what I'm saying? Like I had instincts and stuff like that. So I was just like, no, I'm bugging. No, come to find out about the situation where the lady was like, she pretty much when I called that specific job up again and she pretty much mentioned to me that she, you know, like she was gonna give me a schedule. So then after that, she didn't because she was like, you know, like, oh, I'll give you a job. She was like, oh, I'll give you a job sitting at a desk or whatever. Like, so it's like, this is not security, alive or whatever. So I was just like, I had a feeling. I was like, yo, it gotta be the people from the shelter because, you know what I'm saying, like they know about my case too at the same time. So I figured that maybe actually took a bribe, which I actually think they took a bribe and stuff like that. So I'm like, what a great thing, you know what I'm saying, knowing that, you know what I'm saying, like knowing that my court date is actually coming up very soon too at the same time. On top of that, they was trying to give me a psyche valve. On top of that, you know what I'm saying, 1, 2, 3, let's 1, 2, 3. And on top of that, not only the psychic valve, also before I even got to that particular shelter too at the same time, to an actual one that's called a group home for, you know, like older women or whatever, like, you know what I'm saying, like elderly people and mental illness. So I'm like, oh, okay, so I see you trying to fuck, you know, a position that I was in the first place, and then you go and you send me to a place like that, knowing I'm supposed to go to a shelter, knowing that I extensively fucking warned you on top of that to let you know that there's a whole serial killer, Black Tiger, that's trying to kill me for fucking life insurance, real estate, all that other shit. So now you sit up there and you try to get my job too at the same time.
Please exit through the rear door.
Whatever I try to apply for. So now you actually think, because there was a guy on the bus, and the reason why I'm mentioning this, there was a guy on the bus straight, like I'm coming straight from where I reside at, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, oh, okay. So I see the guy. I see the guy, and he started talking loud or whatever. I'm on my live the whole entire time. So, you know, like they're perverts. They're pretty much, you know what I'm saying, like, I mean, these are the types that actually stick around this shelter to see about women, pretty much sex traffickers and shit, right? As a Black Tiger, he's definitely is. I believe he's a whole P. Diddy. He's a sex trafficker just like P. Diddy. I don't even know why I've been call P. Diddy a music mogul because he's not. I will never believe that. Like, it's crazy. So, it's crazy. He was like, I'm on a bus yesterday on my live and she recorded it, and he was saying all these things, and he's pretty much trying to talk over me. I'm like, that's not. So when I started realizing what the fuck he was saying about, you know, like when he was pretty much talking about security and all of that, when he was pretty much like security and, you know, like house cleaning and things like that, now I gotta go and check my background and see what the fuck, because I feel like he put my name in the system. Like maybe he might have forged some type of signatures. I know people do that shit all the time. You know what I'm saying? Especially when they scamming. So now I gotta go check my background and see if my shit is okay. You know what I'm saying? So it's just the extra dumb shit that I gotta do to keep these sex traffickers off of me. Like, this shit is fucking crazy. Like, this shit is wild as fuck. I don't see how these motherfuckers get walk around. And one thing when I was a kid, I'm gonna tell y'all. One thing when I was a kid, I never understood. Right? I never understood, like.
What did you really understand?
I'm not talking to you.
You being real loud on the bus. They told you about that.
Anyway, so when I was like, when I was a kid and everything. So the crazy thing about it is I said about serial killers, because I never understood why serial killers never actually kill like sex traffickers and shit like that, right? So I was just like, how does a serial killer become a sex trafficker? So it's crazy thing about it is it's like, how the fuck, miss, you take your pills today?
No, the doctor.
Oh, you didn't? Okay, I know. Thanks for the answer. So the crazy thing about it is, it's like, it's crazy. Like when it come down to serial killers, you would think that they would go after the sex traffickers, right? Is that it's like why that they don't like a woman selling themselves. The serial after the sex traffickers is that part. I mean, it would be like, I mean, listen, I would definitely praise the fuck out of them for that shit. That part, because ain't no way, ain't no fucking way. It's a hell no for me. I like, what? Give them a fucking award if they went after sex traffickers and shit. I'm like, thank you so much. What? Catch a charge? You don't get. Like, the government need to give them whole houses and everything just for sex traffickers all day. Thank goodness for me, I already reported as a hate crime. Yeah. Oh yeah, join me on YouTube.